Welcome to Sports Banter. This is Bryce, and I'm joined by Luca, and today we are doing the third installment of the weekly wrestling recap. So we're going to start real quick with New Japan. Tetsuya Naito was reported to be injured on the road to Castle Attack. However, when he made this little announcement, he said he'll be back for the championship match against Ibushi. So no need to worry. Just wanted to report that Naito was injured for some reason, like his right knee or something.
Mm-hmm.
But he just changed all the cards for the road to Castle Attack with that announcement, which has been pretty good because we got to see a singles match between Sanada and Yuji Nagata, so it was entertaining.
Mm-hmm.
At least we got singles matches. And just the last thing we're talking about with New Japan is FinJuice making their debut in Impact Wrestling. It was a pretty solid match. They actually put it on New Japan World, which was awesome. I know they also did that for the Kenta match on Dynamite, that they put that on New Japan World. But I think it was really good for all the New Japan fans to watch FinJuice on Impact through New Japan World. I mean, the match was solid. FinJuice obviously won. Their entrance music, though, it's awful. I hate it so much. I don't know if you've heard it, Luca, but
No.
It just sounds so redneck, which is fine because I get they're American, but at the same time, it just doesn't fit their gimmicks at all. It sounds like something you'd give the Good Brothers.
Oh yeah, well I don't see Juice Robinson with that at all.
No, especially when Juice Robinson's doing his same shtick he does in New Japan. It just doesn't fit.
Yeah.
But anyway, speaking of the Good Brothers, the Good Brothers came out after the match, and they were talking to FinJuice about having a celebratory drinks or something like that. Possibly teasing, a match between FinJuice and the Good Brothers, which would be awesome to see.
I thought you were going to say Stone Cold comes out of nowhere and gives them beers or something.
Absolutely not. Happy beers with the Good Brothers. But we'll have to see what comes of that. And next, we're going to be talking about Raw and SmackDown on the road to Elimination Chamber. Now talking about the WWE. We should start off with the Elimination Chamber. That's kind of going to be our only topic today because, the Elimination Chamber, by the time you're seeing this, is happening tomorrow. So, Luca, run down the card for us.
Okay, so there are 5 matches. There was supposed to be 6. Lacey Evans versus Asuka for the Raw Women's Championship belt, but apparently Lacey Evans is pregnant, so that's not happening. So, let's go with the women's match that's actually on the card and that's going to happen, which is a tag match for the Women's Tag Team Championship, and it's Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler, who's the title holders, versus Sasha Banks and Bianca Belair. Bryce, what you thinking about this one?
Oh, I know. It's going to be Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler for sure. Sasha Banks.
Yeah.
They just quit it with the double champ shtick with Asuka holding the tag belts and the women's championship. I don't think they're going to move on to Sasha Banks with it. And I also think that this match, although I hate that they're doing this match to set up Bianca Belair versus Sasha Banks at WrestleMania. There's going to be some kind of turn.
I 100% agree. I think this match is going to go on. Belair might have a stupid mistake and Banks gets pissed and beats the crap out of her. I think that's what it's going to be.
Yeah.
I think Nia Jax and Baszler are going to retain, and this builds up to WrestleMania for Belair and Banks.
This also builds up Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler are taking on the women's Dusty Road Tag Team Classic winners, which is Ember Moon, and I don't remember the other girl, but yeah.
That's going to be good because I like Ember Moon. That's going to be good. All right.
Yeah, it's going to be good. Wait,
Anyways,
actually,
moving on.
they're doing
What?
that match the same week that they're doing the Shaq match on Dynamite.
Really?
Yeah, so they're trying to compete with AEW that week.
Well, it's Shaq, so I'm gonna watch Shaq. Hopefully,
Yeah.
Shaq gets destroyed. But anyways, moving on to the triple threat match for the United States Championship belt, which is Bobby Lashley, who has the belt, versus Keith Lee and Matt Riddle. Well, Riddle, but I still call him Matt Riddle. Yeah, Bryce, thoughts on this match?
Oh shoot, I don't even know. My gut for some reason is telling me Keith Lee.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I mean, Lashley's been great as the champion, but I think in my mind, Keith Lee is gonna come out as, I guess, the unlikely winner.
There's supposedly some report came out a couple days ago about Vince McMahon, quote unquote, not getting Keith Lee. I don't know why he would say something like that and then have him in a championship match. So who knows?
Yeah.
I think this could end up being an incredible match. This could be an amazing match.
It could. Yeah.
Will it? I have no idea, but this could be amazing. I think Lashley's going to retain. I would love to see Keith Lee or Riddle have the belt, but I just have a feeling Lashley's going to retain.
You might as well be right.
Yeah. Moving on to the Elimination Chamber match for WWE Universal Championship match later that night versus Roman Reigns, who's the champion.
Mm-hmm.
In this chamber match is Jey Uso, Kevin Owens, King Corbin, Sami Zayn, Cesaro, and Daniel Bryan. Bryce, who do you think is going to win and get the title opportunity?
All right. I tell you what I'm thinking. I know earlier, like last week, I said Jey Uso, but I'm changing my pick now.
Yeah.
As crazy as it sounds, I think Cesaro's going to win this match. And it's only because of the later match.
Why?
Because the later match, he's going to lose to Roman Reigns. I think Cesaro's he's gonna win.
No.
And he's everyone's gonna think he's gonna win the title, and then he loses.
I don't think anyone's thinking Cesaro's gonna win the title, but
He cut a damn good
fair.
promo though. I'm cheering for him.
I think him and Seth are just feuding right now. I think they might have a match at Mania or something. I don't think Cesaro is gonna have a match against Reigns.
Seth can cost Cesaro the championship match against Roman.
Sure. I mean, yeah, you're not wrong.
Could
That could happen. I'm just saying, look, Cesaro's got a better chance of winning than Corbin, in my opinion.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Nah, I think this comes... I know Sami Zayn is sort of having that thing with Edge and Roman Reigns. I think he still is not going to win it, though. I think this comes down to either Kevin Owens or Daniel Bryan. I'm going to go with... screw it. I'm saying Daniel Bryan.
Okay.
Just moving on to the actual match they have to go against Roman Reigns in. So Bryce, you're saying Cesaro is not going to beat Roman Reigns?
Yeah, not a chance in the world.
So I think the best way we can put this match as, do you think Roman Reigns is going to walk out Elimination Chamber as champion?
Yeah.
Okay.
He definitely
I think if it's Daniel Bryan versus Roman Reigns, I think there's what WWE could always do is Daniel Bryan loses, but they have a rematch at Fastlane. That could always happen. That's a very WWE kind of thing. I'm just, you know what? Whatever. I'm saying Daniel Bryan is going to beat Roman Reigns at Elimination Chamber. Screw it.
Right.
But either way, The Miz could come out and cash in. You never know.
Right. I don't see that.
Why? I mean, I know that's a different brand, but that would be
still
crazy.
Do it. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, what's probably going to be... Well, actually, I feel like that Universal Championship match might be the main event. But what should be the main event is the Elimination Chamber match for the WWE Championship, which is Drew McIntyre, who's the champion, versus AJ Styles, versus Jeff Hardy, versus Randy Orton, versus Sheamus, versus Kofi Kingston. Kofi Kingston took the place of The Miz. Bryce, who do you think is going to win this freaking star-studded Elimination Chamber?
All right. I'm sticking with my pick before. McIntyre's winning the match, but he's not walking out as champion. Miz cashes in, beats McIntyre.
Miz cashes in. That is a really, really good prediction. That I think the odds of Miz cashing in on McIntyre tomorrow night than Roman Reigns is way greater. I think, there's so many people in this match I want to win. I want Styles to win. I want Hardy to win. I don't care. I'm fine with McIntyre retaining. I'm fine with the Kingston one. I'm fine with the Orton one. I'm fine with Sheamus. I no matter what happens in this chamber match, I think I'm gonna be happy.
Yeah.
But with all that being said, I'm either saying Sheamus or Drew McIntyre. I want Sheamus to win, but I think McIntyre's gonna retain. I'm saying McIntyre wins the chamber match. Yeah. But you're right that he may not be champion.
Do you think Miz is gonna cash in tomorrow?
Yeah, I think I don't know what match, but I think Miz is cashing in. Yeah.
Okay, so you don't think Miz will have a Money in the Bank briefcase when Monday Night Raw rolls around? Mean? He's gonna cash in. Yeah. I know I've said that for the past 3 pay-per-views, but yeah, I think he's cashing in this time. Yeah, he might as well do it. He's probably gonna do it at Fastlane. Now that we say this.
You know what would be insane?
What?
Let's say Edge goes against Reigns at WrestleMania. Edge gets his WrestleMania moment again and beats Roman Reigns for the Universal Championship match. Miz comes out, cashes in, beats Edge. Oh, that would be awesome.
That would be so terrible. You'd hate it. What are you talking about?
I would hate it, but it's the Miz, so I wouldn't hate it that much.
Edgehead that you would be pissed.
That would be insane, though. All right, that's it for the predictions.
And that's it for the WWE talk. Well, now we're going to go to another brand of WWE, NXT. All right, now on to NXT. And I'll be honest, this is the first show that I've watched in maybe years of NXT. And I was not really disappointed. It was a pretty good show. I'm going to start it off. Match of the night, in my opinion. Isaiah Swerve Scott versus Leon Ruff. Now, I've heard of Swerve. I had never heard of Leon Ruff before this match.
Really?
But they had an awesome match. It was possibly the best match I've seen all week. It was just so explosive. And so many things that just impressed me with these two. And I just thought it was great how they told the story, too, that Ruff was this guy who's getting fluke victories. He got a fluke North American Championship win.
Against Gargano.
Yeah,
that was a good match.
And Swerve, he was just so cocky the entire match. I didn't realize he was a heel until he made his entrance, and everyone was booing him. But I dig this Swerve character of his. And Swerve ended up losing by a roll-up to Ruff, and it was fantastic. I loved it.
Yeah, I might have to watch that back. I did not watch NXT, but yeah, I definitely believe that was a good match.
Yeah, so they had 2 women's tag matches. I wasn't really too fond of either of them. The one that I was okay with was Shotzi Blackheart, that's her name, and Ember Moon. They went against The Way, which was Candice LeRae and Indy Hartwell. It was a long match, actually. I didn't expect the tag match to go as long as it did. But it went through the span of 2 commercial breaks, which I thought was interesting. And I didn't realize, too, there was a storyline where Austin Theory of The Way was kidnapped.
Hey, my boy Austin Theory, he's from Georgia. He's from McDonough, yeah.
Yeah, but he was found, and then, Gargano and Candice LeRae were celebrating, and then Indy Hartwell got rolled up, and they lost. But they didn't really care, because they found Austin Theory. That was okay.
Yeah.
Wasn't the best thing I've seen. And then we had the stare down between Shayna Baszler and Nia Jax, staring down Dakota Kai and Raquel Gonzalez. Those 4 women are going to fight in 2 weeks for the WWE Women's Tag Team Championships.
Yeah.
I'll be honest, it was kind of cringe, though. I mean, Shayna Baszler and Nia Jax, not good on the mic.
Yeah, I believe
It was just, ugh. I know, I'm ended up running down the whole card, but Kushida went against Tyler Rust, former Rust Taylor. He was on New Japan Strong, now signed with WWE. It was a really good match. Kushida won, obviously. I love Kushida. Kushida's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
And then...
Yeah, Kushida's a beast.
Just because I'm going through the whole card now, it seems. Zoe Stark made her debut in NXT. Beat Valentina Feroz. It was a pretty much squash match. It's what you'd expect.
Mm-hmm.
LA Knight, who's the former Eli Drake. We saw him. So, yeah, that's cool. I didn't realize LA Knight was on NXT now, but that's cool. He's a good worker. And in the main event, which is really where all the talk's going to be, Pete Dunne, Oney Lorcan, and Danny Burch went against Finn Balor, Kyle O'Reilly, and Roderick Strong. And at the end of the day, Balor, he was distracted by Adam Cole. And Pete Dunne actually pinned Finn Balor in the center of the ring. But the real story is that Adam Cole attacked Kyle O'Reilly, attacked him with
again,
hit a brain buster on the steel steps.
Ugh.
People were actually worried that like Kyle O'Reilly suffered a seizure, but Kyle O'Reilly said on Twitter that he's all right. It was just a bunch of chaos too, because during that match too, Finn Balor Pele kicked Roderick Strong. So it was it was a disaster. I mean, a planned disaster, but I think it was really well done.
Mm-hmm.
And then, of course, at the end of the match, Adam Cole comes back, super kicks Finn Balor, and holds the title over his head.
Brutal. I mean, yeah, I could see this coming to Adam Cole versus Finn Balor at the next NXT pay-per-view.
Yeah, I think that's really interesting, but at the same time, Pete Dunne has a claim to the title now because he pinned Finn Balor. He didn't pin Kyle O'Reilly or Roderick Strong.
That's true, but I can't see the well, they could do a triple threat match.
They could
always do a triple threat match. That makes the most sense. I can't see a pure rematch between Dunne and Balor.
Yeah, no, me
but
neither.
A triple threat makes more sense.
Yeah, but my question to you, Luca, is what is up with the Undisputed Era?
This could just be bad creative by WWE and they don't know what they want to do, but I doubt that's the case.
No.
The Undisputed Era has been together for so long. I think it is time to shake things up with that group just to get them from not being stale. Because I think no matter what happens to those four, they will eventually be back together, whether it be 5 months from now or 5 years from now. I think they'll always have a thing for each other. But besides that, I think Cole's going heel. I don't know if this is the end of Undisputed Era has always been heel. I don't know if this is the end of Adam Cole's time in the Undisputed Era, or if this is the end of Kyle O'Reilly's time in the Undisputed Era, or it could just be the end of the Undisputed Era. I don't know, but I think the most likely case is Adam Cole sort of leaves the other three and decides to try to be like dominant and be like the best person at NXT or some crap like that.
Yeah. I think it's the end of the Undisputed Era. The only thing that I can see though is if the Undisputed Era is just Roderick Strong and Bobby Fish when he comes back. But I think
so it's basically Redragon.
Yeah. Well, Redragon was Kyle O'Reilly and Bobby Fish.
Yeah, that's what you said.
Yeah, no.
Or did you say Roderick Strong?
I said Kyle O'Reilly was leaving the Undisputed Era.
Oh, you said Kyle. Oh.
Yeah, Roderick Strong and Bobby Fish.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because I don't see Kyle O'Reilly staying. Because Kyle O'Reilly's probably not happy with Roderick Strong either. Adam Cole obviously just super kicked. He just super kicked Kyle O'Reilly and brainbustered him. So I don't think Adam Cole is part of the Undisputed Era.
Well, yeah, I sort of agree. And also, thinking of this in a more like legit way, Kyle O'Reilly did have his singles matches between
Him and
Finn
Balor.
Balor.
Yeah.
So, Sting Creative was basically like, we just want Kyle O'Reilly to be a singles competitor now and not tag team. That could be it.
We'll have to see about that. But really
Yeah,
interesting
this
talk
might
here.
not happen until months from now.
Yeah, I mean, I think
Yeah.
all answers could come about next week on NXT, and that's a good way to get the viewers to tune in. That's why we don't know
True.
what's happening with the Undisputed Era, because ultimately they want us to tune in to find out.
Yeah.
All right, well, I think that's enough NXT talk. Now, to end off the show, we will be talking about AEW Dynamite. Ladies and gentlemen, I have to apologize in advance. Luca's internet went out during this recording, so for this segment, it's just going to be me going through AEW Dynamite. So, I'm just going to talk about some of the big things that have happened on Dynamite. Like the first match, Hangman Page and Matt Hardy versus TH2. I think it was kind of weird that Matt Hardy kind of knew that Hangman Page had tricked him and had Isaiah Cassidy under the mascot. I think that part was just kind of poorly explained. Maybe Tony Khan on Twitter, he explained the ladder match at Revolution. Maybe he could explain this and how Matt Hardy knew that he had been tricked, even though Matt Hardy acted as if he had no clue that Hangman Page switched the contracts on him. But their match at Revolution is a big money match, and I am very excited to see what will come between this feud. Next match on the card, Riho versus Serena Deeb. It was one of the better matches on the card. It was just a fantastic match. It showed how much I miss Riho, because Riho had the match of her life. First time in almost a year that Riho wrestled on Dynamite, and it did not disappoint. These two women fought it out, and Riho ended up winning the match. And to really wasn't my surprise. I would think Riho would win her return match, and it was a great match to watch. Next match on the card, Orange Cassidy versus Luther. It was an okay match. Orange Cassidy won relatively quickly. I do not think that this match needed to happen on Dynamite. It could have happened on Dark, and you could have put another women's match on it, to be honest. I'm a little annoyed that the women aren't getting the respect they deserve in match time, and I really hope that this Riho Serena Deeb match really shows Dynamite it shows AEW officials that more women matches need to be featured on the show. I mean, NXT was able to feature 2 women's matches on the show, although they were both tag matches. One of those matches being the Candice LeRae match and the Ember Moon match, the tag matches. That one went through 2 commercial breaks, and I'm sure Dynamite could afford to really go through 2 women's matches. Next on the card, Team Taz attacked Sting, and it really shocked me that Sting took a powerbomb. It was the first bump since Night of Champions 2015 when he took that buckle bomb against Seth Rollins and injured his spine. And so that really worried me, but it seems that Sting is okay, and he is good for the Revolution match in that street fight with Darby Allin against Brian Cage and Ricky Starks. Also interesting that Ricky Starks and Powerhouse Hobbs were not at Dynamite. Might have been some COVID or travel issues. And now, one of the biggest matches of the night, the Tag Team Championship match between the Young Bucks and Santana and Ortiz. And it was just a fantastic match to watch. Both teams really fought it out. It was a pay-per-view quality match with a TV-style ending when I think it was just so depressing that Santana and Ortiz walked into a roll-up by the Young Bucks. And it was just so disappointing to see, because I really wanted Proud and Powerful Santana and Ortiz to win this match. But it just was not going to happen. And of course, the Inner Circle all came out to attack the Young Bucks after the Young Bucks won the match again. And an interesting bit from this match, the Good Brothers and Kenny Omega were not did not really save the Young Bucks. The Good Brothers saved the Young Bucks a little later, and Kenny didn't even come out to save one of his two best friends. So it was really tough to see. I really wish Santana Ortiz won this match. It really was kind of depressing. I thought that we would have an all Inner Circle Revolution tag team match, but it was not really set in the cards. Anyways, before the main event, Matt and Mike Sydal went against FTR. It was a pretty good match. FTR came out with the victory, and that was that. Jurassic Express came back, though. Luchasaurus. Man, the lights went out and Luchasaurus revealed to have a new mask. And then, violence ensuing and Jurassic Express coming out on top. And now for the main event. Eddie Kingston, the Butcher and the Blade, went against Moxley, Phoenix, and Lance Archer. It was a really good main event match. As always, when you have Moxley, Lance Archer, Rey Fenix, Eddie Kingston, you are guaranteed to have these awesome matches on Dynamite. And this one did not disappoint. Really cool to see Moxley end it with the Paradigm Shift, aka Death Rider. And the big thing was Omega announcing the exploding barbed wire match. Very excited to see what comes of that. So, that is the end of the show. Again, sorry that Luca just couldn't join us anymore. And until next time, this has been Bryce, joined by Luca for most of the video. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, share with all of your friends. Also, if you want more sporting videos, go to our channel and look under our playlist to see if there are any videos that interest you. So anyways, until next week, we will see you all later.